Hi, this is Ann Graffis, Director of Alumni here at Mount Union, and today I'm thrilled to be with Dan MacDuffie, our Director of Recreation and Wellness at the University of Mount Union, and Dan is also our head men's and women's golf coach. Hey Dan.
Hi, good afternoon.
Thanks for taking a few minutes with us today. We are actually in the MAAC, and Dan, you run all things MAAC, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the facility. We're going to take a tour via video as you talk and show us around.
Great, yeah, the facility for us is great in terms of it allows our students, our faculty, and our staff members to work out on a consistent basis and also participate in our intramural programs. The facility is open from 6 a.m. to midnight, so it's a pretty popular place throughout the day, not only during the morning, but actually probably most popular between 10 p.m. and midnight. On our first floor, you can see we have our cardio equipment and some dials equipment in the back, and in the far back is our auxiliary gym, which our kids can take advantage of for dodgeball, intramural basketball. We do indoor soccer in there as well, and it's nice having the TVs throughout where students can watch TV, catch up on their soap operas, and also get their exercise in and stay fit.
Far cry from a few short years ago when we didn't have near the facility.
Oh, no question. And we go forward here a little bit. This is our field house. We extended the track, so it allows us to have a 200-meter track. We have 2 more basketball courts here, and then 4 tennis courts and 4 volleyball courts. By having this type of space, it's really enhanced our intramural program. I think before we built the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex, we had about 600 to 700 students participate in intramurals. Last year we had more than 1,400, which is a large increase of students getting out, being fit, being able to socialize with other students in terms of with their intramural contests, and obviously a good way to maybe blow off some steam and good ways to release some stress.
From a social standpoint, this is the place to be for our students today.
I hope so, yeah. I like to think this is the place to be, yeah.
Great. Well, let's continue the tour. Tell us a little bit, Dan, I know last year you had great success with the golf teams. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're really fortunate being in Ohio and being at such a great institution such as Mount Union. We're able to recruit some really good players. This past year on the men's side, we won the conference for the 3rd time in the last 5 years. We went to the national tournament and finished 20th. There we had Scott Miller was all region. We had a couple all conference players, so we had a great year on the men's side and looking to continue that. And by having a facility like this, it really helps us recruit some of our incoming student athletes. Our women's team had a good year as well. We finished 4th in their conference. Mary Snowd, whose parents own Tandhoff Golf Course, which is a great benefit for us, finished runner-up in that tournament and is actually one of the better players in the region. So we're looking for her to have a great senior year, and both our men's and our women's team to continue on our success as we move forward.
That's great.
And as we move forward, let's try to go upstairs.
Where are we heading now?
We're going to go to the 2nd floor, which has a few more pieces of cardio equipment, but also some free weight equipment.
Okay.
And this is probably the more popular area of our MAAC, where kids can take advantage of the free weights, work out up here in this area, especially for people trying to get ready for spring break and their new adventures throughout the year. This is kind of the fit area, and you'll see a few of our students working out now. Before you get to the free weights, actually these 6 pieces of cardio equipment is probably our best view on campus. These are our most popular pieces of equipment, and it goes right over the football stadium, obviously with our new turf, which looks really nice there, the stadium of the football field. And on Saturday, sometimes the weather's not great. We actually people have working out and watching the games from here. It's
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't tell Coach. So widely used even in the summertime.
Even in the summertime. Students who are staying here because of sports reasons, or maybe taking a summer class, or students who live in maybe Alliance area, West Branch, who aren't too far from campus, can still come here and take advantage of our facility and work out. During the summer hours, we're not as open as we are in the school year, but we're here from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and we always feel like this facility is being used.
Let's take a peek at the auxiliary. Through the generosity of many donors, this facility is made possible, primarily though from Dr. and Mrs. McPherson, wonderful alums that have supported us year after year. I'm going to take a peek down into the auxiliary gym, donated obviously by Mr. Sweeney and his family.
Yeah, and the auxiliary gym's been great because before we had this, if our men's basketball team and women's basketball teams had practice, our regular students, or not athlete students who didn't play in those teams, wouldn't have a place to go to shoot around or play basketball. And obviously basketball is one of our more popular sports here in Mount. Our intramural league for basketball has 44 teams in it, 10 students to a team. Obviously there's 440 students partake in our intramural basketball season.
Wow.
So by having a few extra courts, not only in the auxiliary gym but in the field house, it's great for our students to come in here, play basketball,
Right.
dodgeball. You can see soccer going on now. So it's,
I've seen some things posted. What are some of the more unique intramural sports that you're offering? Some different things now, right?
yeah, definitely some different things. We do a 16-inch softball league, which the softball is almost a little smaller than a volleyball, and that's a popular sport for our students because you don't have to use gloves, and the ball's a little softer than a hard softball, so you can still get that feel of baseball. You can play in a more limited space, and our students have really liked that. We do inner tube water polo, which takes advantage of our pool, and that's a comical thing to watch in itself. Our students have their backs parallel to the water inside an inner tube. Almost look like upside down turtles trying to throw a ball into a goal, and that's been a real popular sport for us as well in intramurals. And again, because of our added facility and our added space, we're allowed to offer more unique sports, and then obviously the common ones such as basketball and soccer and flag football and those type of activities.
Right. Well, let's just go down and take a quick peek at the pool if we could. And we had some definite enhancements take place there. Many athletes and faculty and staff are able to use the facility as well.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention. Not only is it great for our students, but our faculty and staff members are over here on a consistent basis as well. And, our lunchtime period is very popular in terms of people coming over here and getting on some cardio equipment or getting their workout in during their lunch break. On the basement part of here, we have a multi-purpose room, which has been a huge help for us in terms of our rate aerobics programs. So this past year, we're able to offer Zumba, which is a real popular aerobic salsa dancing exercise that a lot of our staff and students have enjoyed. We also do yoga, Pilates, turbo kick. We have classes going on there from 5 p.m. at night all the way to about 10 o'clock. I think most people would be surprised how much activity takes place in our building from 10 to midnight and how popular it is.
There's now a view to the pool from the inside of the MAAC, and love to share.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful
Yeah, it
complex.
is.
I think the windows that allow the natural light to come in have been a huge benefit for it.
How many staff help you do what you do here?
We have a lot. We have 4 part-time employees who help at the front desk, make sure people who are coming in can check out equipment, can enter the facility, make sure they're Mount Union staff or faculty or students. We have Matt Parnell, who just graduated from Mount Union 2 years ago. He's our Assistant Director of Recreation and Wellness, and it's great to have him on board and helping out with everything that we run, from intramurals to fitness classes to rate aerobics. And then we have almost about 100 student workers
Wow.
help us. Because we're open so often from that 6 a.m. to midnight time shift, we need to have student workers here throughout to make sure people are using the equipment properly, safety reasons, lifeguards. Obviously, with our increase of intramural participation, we need more supervisors for that and more referees for those things. So the facility has really helped with some of our student employment, those work-study, the ability to pay for some pizza or book
Yep.
money or go
Sure.
over to Sheets and Applebee's
Sure.
and those type of things has really helped us.
I'm going to take a quick walk down here and show you the pool, which now has windows, which was certainly not the case for.
Yeah, again, the natural light really helps. Before, this used to be a brick wall, and I think most people on campus didn't even realize we had a pool. And now by having this area and having the windows open, it's really enhanced our participation. I think more students who come by here now, oh, the pool's open or it's available. Hey, let me run back to my res hall and grab my swim trunks and jump in. And that's really helped our participation numbers in the pool itself, maybe compared to 2 years ago when this was all brick and students really didn't realize what opportunities were available to them for swing. And that's why I've been able to do some intramural events in here as well.
Right.
Besides inner tube water polo, we've also had belly flop contests in here, which have helped for some fundraising projects,
Right.
and belly flops, and
Right.
dressing up in
Right.
costumes and those type of things.
I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that newly dedicated this past year was the Gorman Athletic Training Facility, of course named in honor and remembrance of Dan Gorman, long-term athletic trainer here, and just really paramount to the program. Do you want to speak to that at all?
Yeah, we missed Dan a lot here, and was great in terms of starting the athletic training program here at Mount Union, and has built it to what it is today, and be able to have a facility like this, and the amount of athletic training students who graduated in his program who are now trainers at different high schools and even different universities and colleges. There's really a tribute to Dan and all the work that he's put in at Mount Union, and by being able to name the facility after him, it's a great honor for him and his family. And that's an area that's used quite a bit. Our athletic training program and the major is a very popular one and a very successful one. And then obviously because of the amount of athletic teams that we have here, our student athletes getting in there, getting rehab. And
Right. Well, we definitely want to thank you, Dan, for taking the time today, and also point out, obviously, Chris Ciccanelli and his mother, Patty Brisbane, gave monies to the facilities in just an amazing way, also that helped us build this facility. Dr. and Mrs. McPherson, as I noted, and the Sweeney family. So many people that have been responsible for this. So it's just appreciated. We're actually thrilled to get this online here and show all of our alums across the world what's going on right now and all the ways that the students are using it. So I thank you so much for your time and all of your amazing effort, Dan. Congratulations on a fine season last year. Look forward to more.
yeah, thank you very much.
All right.